Larry Holmes defends his title for the 16th time against Scott Frank. Atlantic City, 10th of September, 1983.
So we're underway in round one.
Frank figures to come out and try his stuff while he's got a chance. Larry wants to put him away as soon as he can. He doesn't want to risk having to stick around. This is a night of upsets, fought with upsets here.
There are many who have felt that Scott Frank's only chance would be to try and get Holmes involved in a street-like brawl, but Holmes said that won't matter.
Holmes got a lot of fat around the midsection. It would be hard to carry that for 12 rounds.
Of course, Larry says it just makes him stronger. Larry Holmes, when at his prime, very, very smooth with that excellent.
And a jab, but throwing the right hand and a hook after it.
Frank just lunging with his left, but no shot of getting any impact at all.
And a great shot at getting hit with a counter right hand, which Larry is beginning to measure him with again.
Less than a minute left. Round two. It's been a cover-up round for Scott Frank.
Larry is sweating profusely. The heat is rather unbearable under these lights. First two rounds have been brisk, good rounds for Larry Holmes.
And coming up to 10 seconds left in the second round, crowd responding because Frank did connect with a right hand, but Holmes not bothered by it. Of course, most of those 12 knockouts were earlier in his career. That has not been the case in recent years. Two good right hands by Scott Frank, landing on Larry Holmes in the final seconds of the second round.
Scott Frank is starting to have a lot of trouble with a left eye that's beginning to close up. You can see it turning black and blue. It will be closed in about another round or so. Those jabs of Holmes landing right on target. Ace Murata in the corner of Scott Frank has been putting that cold compress, that cold iron end swell on it. And I'm afraid it's too late for even end swell. That eye will be closed in about another round or so.
Holmes doubling up with the left hand, then try to connect with the right.
His corner got excited, Scott Frank, because he landed two strong right hands at the end of the round, and it looked like that they had reached Holmes.
Holmes countering off the left hand of Frank. Larry Holmes opened up by painting Scott Frank with the jab. Good right hand, and that rocked Frank. This is round three, minute gone by. Larry Holmes defending for the 16th time. Marv Albert with the fight doctor. Bertie Pacheco. We're live from Atlantic City. Every time Frank gets close to landing, the crowd responds.
Now Larry's in command of this fight up to now. No question about it.
Good uppercut by Holmes.
Nice. Two right-hand combinations to the side and then the uppercut. Trickle of nose coming from the blood of Scott, from the nose of Scott Frank. You can see the eyes closing up. Although for some reason Larry Holmes has abandoned that stinging jab.
And there it is back again, followed by the right hand.
Larry doing a very workmanlike job on Scott Frank. Wonder what thoughts are going through the mind of Marvis Frazier and Joe Frazier as they watch this workmanlike exhibition of the champion Larry Holmes.
Jarvis Frazier slated to face Holmes in November. And we approach 15 seconds left, round 3. And there are the Fraziers looking on. Final second, 3rd round. Look at the left eye of Scott Frank as he comes out for round 4.
And there's a terrific absence in his corner. Lou Duva, the great motivator and corner man who was supposed to work in his corner, has not come in. And we wonder what significance that has. He's not being motivated in the corner. Good right hand by Larry Holmes.
Oh, and the left hand following up.
Larry wanting to stop this fight right now. He wants to get his knockout.
Keep in mind, Holmes has not put anyone down since he dropped Jerry Cooney, and that was back in round 2. Cooney did not go down in that 13th and final round, so that's some 50 rounds of boxing through Cooney, Cobb, Rodriguez, and Witherspoon. So Holmes would love the knockdown.
Holmes is going for that knockdown. He's got all the power of the old Holmes going. He's just early in the fight. He's warmed up, and he is letting fly the old Larry Holmes power in that right hand.
Scott Frank looking to protect the left eye, has the glove up high.
He should look to protect his entire body. He's getting creamed by Larry Holmes almost every round. Thus far, that cut, much advertised that was going to open, did not, and several crunching uppercuts have hit there. Larry slowing down some, wanting to work the body so his hands will come down. No offense whatsoever on the part of Scott Frank, however. That well-advertised attack, that street fight that he said he was going to get into, has not materialized.
Oh, the jab setting up the right, but Holmes not able to connect that time. As we approach a minute remaining in the round.
All Larry's trying to do there is get that arm down. He's holding it way up, as you pointed out, Marv, and he's trying to get it down by the attack to the flank.
It has been a very quiet bout for the referee, Tony Perez. His presence has not been needed.
I have no idea what Scott Frank is waiting for, because if he doesn't launch an attack pretty soon, he's just going to be beaten down. It's possible that he misses a Lou Duva in the corner, telling him to get out there and go and do and die.
Well, Freddie, reportedly, Lou Duva had another falling out with Frank. There have been a few of those in the career of Scott Frank. All right, we'll be visiting the corner of Scott Frank, who is taking a hammering here at the end of the round, although Scott says he's all right. Just another look at those final punches of the bout. You see, Holmes has Frank trapped in the corner. There's a right hand that got Frank in the left eye. He'd been having problems with the eye from earlier in the fight, and now Frank looks to cover up, and right here he says he was thumped. And Perez stepped in, not allowing Holmes to unleash. Frank says I was. Perez checks it out, starts the count. We'll get another look at this. And here's Frank trying to express the fact that he was thumped. First, the overhand right by Frank that missed. There's the punch by Holmes that got into the eye of Frank. As I said, Tony Perez could have utilized the standing 8, but he is one who says he does not believe in it. And so he did not go for it. So, that's the story here at Atlantic City. The official time, 1 minute, 28 seconds of round 5. Larry Holmes stopping Scott Frank. And the champion is alongside Ferdy in the ring.
Why they sitting us up like that?
Congratulations.
Thank you, Doc.
A knockout, which you have been long looking for.
Oh, yeah, I had a little bit to prove this time. You know, I only had 4 weeks getting ready. but I got ready. Scott Frank deserved the shot. We gave him a shot. Strong, determined young man. If he stays at it, work at it, Freddie, you'll hear a lot more from him.
Now, what do you think about his claim you thumbed him? He went down with a thumb and he couldn't get up and so forth.
Well, you know, fighters always fight, and I excuse when a good punch lands in the eye. I mean, from the first round, his eye was puffing, swollen, and, you know, he needed an excuse, and he got it, and he got on out. But, you know, that's boxing. You know, some guys can take it better than others, and some can't.
At the end of one of those rounds, he landed 2 crunching right hands. Did they bother you at all?
Oh, he hit me high on the head. It shook me up just a second, but it didn't really hurt me like it really hurt me, but it shook me up a little bit. I knew I got hit.
You think it was smart of you to let Marvis Frazier in here and watch this?
Well, hey, Marvis Frazier still thinks he can whoop me and his father and his whole family. But let him keep thinking, you know what? I'm better all the time. I'm better with age. I'm smarter. I don't have to move as much. I serve my energy. And Marvis Frazier will get knocked out just the same way. And it's up to his father, put him in there, and our contracts are signed. And we're ready.